Hello, Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that 2025 will be a great year for all of you. And every new year gives a chance to have good resolutions. And I thought, let's do a good resolution regarding shopping. Let's stop shopping the wrong clothes. I have a confession. I have way too many clothes in my wardrobe that I never ever wear. So I've come up with strategies to make better shopping decisions and to have less clothes but good ones and the ones that I really wear. And I want to share my strategies with you. That's the first thing you need to do. Assess your wardrobe and then look for the items that you really wear and look what you don't wear and then assess what is the reason for it. Why don't you wear certain items? Maybe because you don't feel comfortable, maybe it's not the right color. Sometimes also we think we are going to wear something and then we always pick something else in our wardrobe. So we need to be aware of those choices to select the right clothes for our lifestyle. I had a time in my life, it's many years ago, I bought a lot of clothes that were very wrong for my lifestyle. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes about what kind of clothes I bought. But what is right for you is not necessarily right for somebody else. So we need the clothes that fit our own lifestyle. Also, we need to reassess every now and then our wardrobe and check if it still fits our lifestyle, because there are changes. Maybe you're a mom now. Maybe you like to go out and now you don't. So life changes. So we need to adapt and we need to assess our wardrobe and check, does our wardrobe fit our life? Buy occasion wear only when there really is an occasion. And it goes hand in hand with strategy 1. I'm going to tell you now why. There was a time in my life when I bought a lot of red carpet outfits without having red carpet events, just because I love those glam gowns and they cost a lot of money, and I never wore these gowns because they were way too much for my lifestyle. Even if I went out, nobody would have worn that. So I bought these gowns for a lifestyle I didn't have just because they were so beautiful. And it was such a waste of money that I really regret. I also bought shoes that I never ever have worn because they were for somebody else's lifestyle. And I also used to buy occasion wear when there wasn't really any occasion, just because it was so beautiful. And I have learned, and I want to share this with you because I think it's so important, don't buy occasion wear unless you really have an occasion, because there are a lot of changes. Maybe the fashion changes until the occasion comes, and then what you've bought isn't really in style anymore. Maybe your body changes and it's not gonna fit you anymore. Maybe your taste changes and then you don't want to wear this item when you have an occasion, but you bought it already. So it's a waste of money. Don't buy anything unless you really have an occasion, and then you can go out and buy it. Third strategy: don't get trapped by the sale. Don't buy things without purpose in the sale. I don't say don't buy in the sale at all, but don't buy purposely in the sale. So what I don't do is I don't wander around stores when there is a sale and look at everything, or I don't scroll in online shops when there is a sale and look at everything. I used to do that. I bought a lot of things that I don't need, that I don't wear, that don't fit my idea of style. I bought them because they were beautiful and they were reduced. So that's why I bought them. And I think to have a very good wardrobe, you need to buy with purpose. You need to establish a way you want to look, make a look board or something like that, and then you need to assess what do you need in your wardrobe to look this or that way. And if you go to the sale without purpose, then you will have spent lots of money, even though everything is reduced, and you will have bought things that you don't really need and that don't help you to build a wardrobe, the wardrobe of your dreams. So if I buy on sale, I do it differently. I have a wish list, I put things on my wish list, and then if there is a sale, I check my wish list against the sale. I look, oh, is something reduced on my wish list, and then I can buy it. Or if I think I need a jumper in black, or I need a coat, a black wool coat, then I go to the sale and then I select, I put in the filters, coats and then color, and I look what is there. So I buy with purpose. That's why I just completely don't go into the shop and wander around when there is a sale, because I know me, I'm gonna be trapped by it. There will be chemicals in my body that release, that make me buy things that I will later regret. So I have this strategy that helps me prevent shopping meaninglessly in the sale. And of course, you know, I fail every now and then. Nobody's perfect, and I will tell you later at the end of the video what I do when I fail. There are different ways of getting trapped by the cheap. One way is you wander into a store and everything is not very pricey. You're in a high street store and everything looks so good, and you buy it and then it falls apart within a few months. Or it's very fashionable and it goes out of fashion very soon. The quality of the items won't last you. So there are certain stores that I don't walk in anymore, because they always trap me to buy something because it looks very good on the presentation, on the model. It looks very good, it is all very fashionable, but I always regret it. So there are some stores I don't walk in anymore. Also there are some stores I don't buy from anymore because I always regret it. And you know, just calculate what it costs to make an item. Just imagine, for instance, you want to buy a t-shirt, very basic white t-shirt. You can't buy a good quality t-shirt for €5. It's impossible. You need the cotton that grows on a field. Somebody needs to grow the cotton and then bring the cotton to the manufacturer. It needs to be manufactured. Somebody needs to design the t-shirt, then it needs to be made, then it needs to be certified to be shipped from probably Asia to Europe or to America, and you need the shipping cost, you have a lot of labor costs, then you have the stores, you have the rent, you have the people in the corporate business that need to be paid. So if you calculate that, you know, it's very clear that you can't get good quality for €5. So you need to spend a little bit more. And sometimes we see an item and it's not very expensive and we think, oh, that's such a bargain. But very often, if you buy it cheap, you're going to buy it twice because it's not going to last you. The quality is not there. And also very often, it's not ethically resourced. I think it doesn't need to be a designer item because sometimes you just pay the name, but there is a middle ground between paying for overpriced items just because it's a specific brand and pay almost nothing. So there is a middle ground. There are some brands that have good quality and that will last you and that are not overpriced, and you need to find those brands, because if you get trapped by the cheap, you will not have enough resources to buy the really good items, and you will have to buy something new again and again and again. So don't get trapped by the cheap. Look for quality, specifically in the fabric. Natural fabrics are always preferable. Don't do impulse buys. I know how it is, specifically with social media. See something on maybe an influencer and it looks so good, and then there's a link and you click on it and you really must have it. There's a lot of chemicals going on. Oh, she looks so good in it. And then you just buy it and it ships from anywhere and you can't return it, so don't do that. Also in the store, maybe it's the last item and it's a little bit too pricey, but you really want to have it, so you buy it. I advise to sleep on it. I advise to sit with the uncomfortable feeling of not buying it. Yes, maybe it will be sold out, but you're gonna survive it. It's better to keep with the strategy of not doing impulse purchases than to give in to the feeling of missing out, because in the long term you will regret it. I do regret most of my impulse purchases because they come from a place that is not lasting. Sleep on it, yes, maybe then it will be sold out, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe you will be glad. I mean, I can't say how many items I did not buy in the last months where I had the urge to buy them, but I resisted the urge. And later on, I was so glad because it was just a momentary desire. And later on, like 2 months later, I thought, oh, I'm so glad I didn't buy this. It's so out of fashion already. It was, something that was very attractive, but it didn't last. So don't do impulse purchases, resist it, and you get better in it. If you do it more often, you get better at it. Especially with social media, I think it's very important to use your brain and to buy with purpose. Don't follow every trend. Yes, trends are great. Trends are the spice to your wardrobe, specifically if you have a wardrobe built on basics, and if you have a wardrobe that's very classic, then trends are the spices. But not every trend is for you. There are trends that are worth following, and there are trends that are just not for you, and there are trends that won't last. So I think there are differences between trends. And again, I think we need to shop with purpose to have the trends in our wardrobe that will last a little bit longer than just one season, and that makes sense. Makes sense with your personal style, makes sense with your type, and makes sense with your wardrobe. And you need to think about it before you buy something that is on trend. Buy smart. Use a wish list. It helps so much. You can also make a mood board, make it on your phone. I do that, where I collect styles that I like, and then I see what do I need in my wardrobe to look like that. What do I need in my wardrobe to have a specific, to create a specific look? What don't I have in my wardrobe? And if I work with a wish list, that prevents me from buying lots of things that are unnecessary and that will drain my budget for the good things, because very often the good things that are on our wish list are very pricey and are always unreachable because we spend the money on the minor things. And that's specifically the one part that's the hardest for me, because I love so many things. So it is difficult. I'm working on that. It's the one that I have not mastered. The other ones work pretty well, but this one is still something I'm working on, because I have quite a few expensive things on my wish list. But you can only get better. And if you work with a wish list, and before you purchase something new that you see, just go back to the wish list and look at it and think, is this new item better than the one on the wish list? Maybe wait on it, sleep on it, wait another week and see if you still desire that item. So work with the wish list, work with mood boards, work with collections, winter collections, summer collections. What do you need to look your best? What do you need to have to build your dream wardrobe? And then you can build it. If you build it with classic items, you can build it over the years, because those classic items will last you. They won't be out of style next year. So if you work with a wish list that's built on classic items, then you can do this over many, many years. I think nowadays it's pretty easy to fail because there's so much offer of beautiful things and we get trapped. So what I do is I forgive myself when I fail and then I start again, because we are all humans, right? It's natural to fail, but you will do better in time and you will reach your dream wardrobe and you will be dressed better if you follow those steps. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.